Here's a little tip for you. If you want to understand where they want to take us, read The Guardian. Right, I'll explain why. The Guardian follows the tightly scripted narrative laid down by the UN, the World Economic Forum, Big Pharma, and all of those major players that so many of us have questioned the authority of and what their intentions are. I detest beyond words The Guardian. I don't deny its right to exist, of course I don't. I don't deny its right to have a voice, of course I don't, because I am a defender of free speech. But The Guardian tells us exactly what is going to happen. Now, for those of us who've been paying attention, we knew that the lockdown was going to be extended past the 21st of June. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? And we all know the reasons for that, i.e. Using statistics to justify creating stories around the Indian variant, which I don't think I'm allowed to call it that anymore. Is it be called the Delta variant now? Is that because the Indian variant's racist? Is that why, is it? Anyway, we knew that the lockdown was going to be extended. The lockdown is going to be extended indefinitely until a critical mass of people say enough is enough. We know all that. This is where The Guardian comes in again, because what it does, it acts to demoralise society. And I tell you why. I used to think that The Guardian was it's not read by very many people actually, but I used to think it was fairly insignificant in terms of its weight and in terms of its impact. And whilst its readership is not high, and you can see why, its influence is massive, because it is the people who work for The Guardian and who have that particular worldview and who say the right things, who are also the same people in positions of power across all organisational structures in the West that have been captured by the very people who do not want to fill positions of power. So The Guardian is the #1 mouthpiece in the UK for these people in these positions of power. Whatever The Guardian says is going to happen, as deranged as it is, and I would suggest most of the time I read, particularly the opinion pieces in The Guardian, these people are unhinged. They are mentally disturbed, entitled to their view, absolutely mentally disturbed with some of the ideas that they have. They are merely doing what they're told to do. I don't know whether anyone's heard of Yuri Bezmenov, who was a defector from the Soviet Union, and he famously warned in the early 80s about how the West could be poisoned by communism via 4 steps. First of all, demoralisation; second, destabilisation; third, create a crisis; and fourth, normalise whatever happens as a result of the measures put in place due to the crisis. And how true his words were. And we are at the moment in the crisis stage, I would say, of that cycle. And the powers that be, including The Guardian, are attempting to normalise what has happened in the minds of many people. And it's not just The Guardian doing it, obviously it's the mass media, it's the government, but they're all the same people with the same mentality, singing from the same hymn sheet, and doing the bidding of whoever it is who's writing the script for what is going on in this world. So as much as it may anger you reading The Guardian, and it does me, I make sure I read it all the time though. You know, there's the odd time when I'll agree with an article, but it's just interesting to see what's planned really for us. So back to lockdown. What's that old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, what about fool me 4 times? And if people, seriously, if people are still going to go along with this now, they don't deserve any respect, I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll see where we go, and that's my little tip of the day. If you want to stay in touch with what's really going on, read The Guardian. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.